We have a new leak on leagues, and it looks like there's going to be some kind of talent tree in leagues this season. And this is sick. Guys, this is sick. This came out yesterday. I didn't look at any of it until today. So I haven't done any of it. Is there let's watch the video first, and then let's see if there's like something we can mess around with, like a talent calculator or something, and make a build.
This league, we wanted to take a hard look at combat masteries and ask a pretty simple question. What if we gave players more control?
Let's watch it on YouTube.
A hard look at combat masteries and ask a pretty simple question. What if we gave players more control over how powerful they become?
With Leagues 5, combat masteries were about unlocking power at set milestones. They were strong, they were fun, but they were also largely linear.
So for League 6, as you've probably seen by now, we've completely reimagined combat masteries.
And if you haven't, well...
Oh shit!
These are my demonic pacts.
Let's get into it. Combat masteries in League 6 are now a skill tree with around a...
It does kind of look like Diablo Path of Exile. Skill tree. You know what I'm talking about? Where you could like just go infinitely down a path and then like wrap it back around and type shit. It kind of looks a lot like that.
100 nodes. A system built around choice, experimentation, and player identity.
These new branching powers are called demonic pacts, and they represent the power that Yama has kindly given to us to play with. Rather than being told how your power grows, you decide. Pretty fitting for leagues.
The demonic pacts are mainly made up of melee, ranged, and magic nodes. Some give you powerful new effects.
Hold on. Melee weapons under 1 kg trigger additional melee hit using 40% of your base max hit. Holy. What weapons are under 1 kg? I have no idea how much the weapons weigh.
Abilities, while others will give you more focused style-specific buffs.
You'll also have access to neutral nodes. These are powerful nodes within the tree, not tied to a specific style, but can help give you more general upgrades to your build. So, whether you want to specialize deeply into one combat style, become a hybrid or tribrid, or make your own very specific build, the choice is yours.
We've taken inspiration from other games that have vast pathing trees for exiled adventurers with the freedom to really experiment with your build. We want players to feel truly powerful, not just numbers go up powerful, although it will do that too, but powerful in a way that feels personal, intentional, and sometimes even a little game breaking. Whether you're increasing attack speed, enhancing special attack.
Special attacks have a 30% chance to not consume energy. Attack rate with combat spells in a spell book is sped up by 2 ticks. Attack rate with... What? 2 ticks like on bursting spells too? Like what does that mean? Shadow's a 3 tick? Oh. Sang and Nightmare? Shadow isn't a spellbook, it's a powered staff. Oh! So Nightmare and Ancient Staff, like anything from the bursting spellbook, like you'll have 3 tick or 2 tick bursting, and you could do like single target spells, Nightmare Staff.
Speed, enhancing special attacks, powering elemental spells, or leaning into defensive play. Each choice should change how your character feels to play.
The previous iteration of Combat Masteries delivered some of the most memorable moments in leagues. Huge damage numbers, wild strategies, and that feeling of becoming unstoppable, like Darrox with Echo Hits. But we also noticed players often followed the same optimal path. Their choices were powerful, but largely predefined. So rather than designing a list of upgrades and asking players to unlock them in order, we completely flipped the process.
We started by asking ourselves, what kind of combat fantasies do players want to live out in leagues? What weapons or styles do players already love, but don't always get to fully lean into? From there, we designed individual nodes around fun.
What does that say? Crossbows attack 2 ticks slower, but deal 70% more damage. Ooh. That looks like a heavy ballista right there.
Fun, focus.
When attacking with a thrown weapon, you now throw an additional nearby target. Ooh. Aladdle's going AoE. Aladdle's going multi.
ideas and then connected them, literally, in a way that encourages exploration rather than prescribing a single path. And while there's a lot of depth here, this isn't something you need to overthink too much. Even if you regret your initial choices, don't worry, there will be options to reset the tree.
To help wrap your head around our new direction, we've worked closely with our friends over at the OSRS Wiki to build an interactive demonic pact tree.
We've also launched a news post alongside this video and the skill tree to give you a more detailed look into how the points work, different elements of the tree, and much, much more. We're sure many of your favorite creators will also be sharing their recommended build paths, so you can follow along if you'd like to.
So, head to the link in the description and start exploring
The demonic pacts for yourself. Prepare
Oh, shoot.
yourselves, mortals. My league draws near.
Okay. Guys, this is hype. Skill tree and RuneScape. Tools, RuneScape. No. Wait, they're all in here. Wait, we can actually build our own build right now? Oh my god. Let's see the ranger tree. Let's see the ranger tree. Should we go? Let's see what the big boy ones are. When attacking with a thrown weapon, you can now throw at an additional nearby target. While a thrown weapon is equipped, increase your range accuracy by 60. So this is the thrown weapon tree. Crossbow attacks. Crossbows always max hit. What? Okay. Crossbow always max hit. This is diabetical. Every single attack is max. Crossbow rolls accuracy twice. So it always max hits and it almost always hits. Hitting with a bow increases your bows by maximum hit by 1. So this is the T-bow tree. So every hit, you just hit one max hit harder. Hitting with the bow increases your bows minimum by 1. So you can never hit a 0, and you can always hit every time you attack, you just hit harder. So that has to be a bow. You have to use a crossbow to get this benefit, and you have to use a thrown weapon. So I'm guessing this is like if you want to juice up your Aladdle. This is if you want to juice your crossbows, and this is if you want to juice your T-bow. Are you thrown weapon equals blowpipe? Are you sure that's a thrown weapon? I would think blowpipe would be a bow or something. Darts are blowpipes. Okay, so Aladdle. Well, you literally throw the Aladdle, but you don't throw the darts. Thank you, Soul Beats. Blowpipe counts underneath that. Okay. Range strength is increased by 80% of your melee strength. What? While an offhand item is equipped, gain 5% melee strength, 5 range strength, and 2 magic damage. Yo, this is a bit overwhelming, huh? There's a lot of talents here. All right, what are the magic ones? Air spells have a 1% chance to max hit for every 1 prayer bonus. Water spells bounce back to you, healing you for 60% of the damage dealt to your target. Fire spells apply 1 burn and bounce up to 2 nearby targets. Dang, AoE fire spells. Earth spells deal additional flat damage based on your current defense level. So you can stack defense and then hit people with earth spells. The water one heals you, the fire one AoE burns, and the air spells have higher max hit. Shadow spells count as earth, blood spells count as fire. Oh! So you can blood barrage and spread fire. You can ice barrage and heal yourself. So ice barrage now becomes blood barrage, basically. So you can freeze and heal yourself. That's crazy. That's OP. That sounds like infinite sustain to me. Right here. That sounds literally like the mobs will be frozen and you'll be healing yourself at the same time. It sounds like you could just go this and never have to play the game. Like everything could just be frozen and you'd be topped off on health. Okay. Or you could just stack defense and deal a bunch of damage. I don't know. I would say the blood spells and then AoE and burning your target seems cool, but nothing seems more OP than ice freezing the target and healing yourself seems pretty crazy to me. Attack rate in the spell book is sped up by 2. You definitely want to go that because you have like a 2-tick ice barrage. Whenever you regenerate charges from a powered staff, you also regenerate 1 air rune. Okay, so you get like infinite runes. Healing with demonic packs overheals you. Okay, so yeah, dude, this is sick. Ice spells paired with water, and then you have overhealing, like the blood staff, where you're just going to be juiced over your amount of health. What is it? Just straight flat defense, and then all these small ones are just like +1 damage. What does it say? This bonus multiplied bonus by the Tombkin Shadow special effect. Yeah, if you're going Tombkin Shadow, you just stack all these +1 damages. And your Shadow will probably be insanely OP if you just stack all these damage amps. Healing with Demonic Pack overheals you up to 30%. Okay, so if you go Ice Tree, you go here and here. You double stack overheal. Attacks have 15% prayer penetration. Okay, I don't know why you would necessarily care about that. Whenever an attack deals damage to you, you're healed, whether you have a 2-hand or an offhand. What? Okay, so just whenever you take damage, you always have a 2-hand or an offhand equipped. What? When would you not? Just running around barehanded? Is there a barehanded build? Whenever your attack deals 0 damage to you. Oh, whenever an attack deals 0 damage to you while you have a weapon equipped, you're healed for 2 and restore 2 prayer points. Oh, so this is for a defense stacking build. If you have like heavy defense, you stack this. You go this, and then, so if you go like big defense build, you stack that, and then you'll have infinite sustain. So that's the build that I was kind of looking at, was a tank ranger. So let's see what we can do here on the melee tree. Melee thorns. When the thorns effect triggered, okay. It'll hit twice, dealing 50% of its second damage. Whenever you deal damage with a melee weapon, you restore 2% special attack and energy hit. For each unique heavy melee weapon in your inventory, the blind bag. Okay, I don't know what that is. If your melee attack range is increased at least... Melee attack range is increased. It is increased to 7. Halberds have their attack rate set to 5 ticks. Wait a second. +7 range on halberd. Chat. +7 range on halberds. We're going to have ranged melee weapons. Chat. Are we going to have to do a melee Zuck run for our boy Shobek in honor of his name? Are we going to have to melee Zuck? I think we're going to... Guys, if it can be done, it has to be done. Melee Zuck for Shobek. Okay, I got to cook up a build. I got to cook up a build for melee Zuck. That's insane. All right, hold on a second. We got to back up. Your minimum hit when attacking with the melee weapon is increased by 3. How many points do we have? 40. 40 points right here, it says. Minimum hit when attacking with the melee weapon is increased by 3. This minimum hit is further increased by 3 for each additional tile between you and the target. Oh! So we have a minimum hit if we're 7 tiles away. It's a 3 times 7. Minimum hit's 21. We want to stay 7 tiles away at all times. Wait, let's cook this. Let's choose this one. We have to choose this one to get to here. While you have a shield equipped, you gain Thorns effect. If we are going with a 2-handed halberd build for Zuck, we won't have a shield equipped. Melee weapons under 1 kg will always trigger an additional hit. We won't have a light weapon, so I don't think that's very good. Each melee attack with a heavy weapon has a chance to 15% trigger an instant blind bag attack. Wait a second. Automatically attack your target with a random heavy melee weapon. Oh, shit. Okay, so these 2 trees are going to synergize like crazy because whenever you attack with a melee weapon, you have a chance to randomly attack with another weapon in your bag. So let's say you have a Chally and a Nox Halley. You Chally attack or a Chally special, and then your Nox Halley has a chance to just attack out of your bag for a bonus damage. This is crazy. Or a Scythe. Or we could go Scythe. Or we could have 2 Scythes. What if you just have 2 Scythes? Automatically attack your target with a random heavy melee weapon in your inventory as though you have it equipped, ignoring all stat requirements and attack delay. Blind bag attacks can trigger additional blind bag attacks, but cannot trigger from specials. Oh, so you would just want 2 Scythes. Okay, we're going this. Melee range is doubled while using 2-handed weapons. Okay, so we're already at a 4 tile. We're already at a 4 tile here. So we have to go here. Whenever you attack an enemy from 2 tiles away, you restore 2% special attack. Okay, so you have to go here. Attacking with a melee weapon or thorns has a 10% chance to heal you based off the distance. Yeah, that's crazy good. When hitting a target with a 2-handed melee weapon, you have a 5% chance to trigger Range Echo. Range Echo is an additional range attack which rolls your melee stats instead of range. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. So we have a chance to hit with Blind Bag. We have a chance to hit with Range Echoes. We're just going to get extra attacks like crazy. I don't know how important accuracy is, so let's not go with accuracy right now. What we need to do is probably, for each unique heavy melee weapon in your inventory, you have a chance of a blind... Each unique heavy melee weapon, you increase your chance of a blind bag. Oh, so you want all... You want all the 2-handed weapons in your bag. You want Chally, you want Nally, you want Scythe, you want all of them. God Sword, yeah. Soul Reaper Axe, you want it all. Okay, so we want every single Elder Maul, G Maul. Well, okay, dude, we want every single one. Attacks with the melee weapon can consume 5 overhealed hit points, increasing your maximum hit on that attack by 5. Do we have overhealing? I don't know if we have overhealing yet. We haven't statted into that. 1% melee damage for each unique in your bag. The max hit of your blind bag attacks is increased. Okay, so we're doing maximum hit when attack with melee weapon increased by 4. Additional 4 for every 3 tiles. Damn. So we want to be 7 tiles away when we're hitting. So that might mean... if there's some sort of way to freeze the target so we can always be 7 tiles away, or like in the Inferno, you just be attacking, like when you get stuck on the pillar, you're like 7 tiles away from them. If your melee attack range, yes, this is the 7 tile, and all halberds slower than 5 ticks are 5 ticks now. So Chally's at 8 tick, now it's 5. Is Chally a halberd? Has to be, right? That's what the alley in Chally stands for. Yeah, Crystal Halberd. Okay, so Crystal Halberd's now 5 tick. 5 tick Crystal Halberd, 5 tick. So everything's 5 tick. What's slower than 5 tick? Just Chally, right? Chally's the only one slower than 5 tick. All right, how many points? We've only used 16 points. What the hell? Go to the southeast side. Healing with demonic packs overheals you up to 30% of your base hit level. 30% chance to regenerate runes and ammo and charges. I mean, we wouldn't be using runes and ammo much in the melee build if we're just doing melee everything. But this is where... I mean, I'm thinking you would probably want... whenever you max hit from 3 tiles away, your next hit from a different style deals 25% damage. Okay, so if we max hit like with the Chally, we could swap to range or mage, and then we get 25% damage on the next attack. That's pretty cool. That's if we want to go like 2 different styles. Low key, I'm thinking freeze. I'm thinking freeze with ice spells, then swap to melee. Is anybody feeling that build? And I'm wondering if we go into defense as well. if we go into defense as well to get healing and restore prayer points whenever we take damage. Range echoes might trigger that too. You could try to build into a range echo stuff more for blind bag. You have a 5% chance to trigger range echo as if you have a bow, crossbow, and thrown weapon equipped. So these range echoes, you know, this is in the range tree somewhere. Range echoes never miss while a bow's equipped. Range echoes have 20% max hit. While a crossbow, you have 50% chance to trigger more range echoes. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be like. I'm kind of trying to synergize with this two-handed build, like with full. I'm kind of just cooking up a full melee Zuck run, like a full melee Zuck run. But we would want to be able to freeze, and we want to be able to restore our health. So obviously, I mean, maybe we want accuracy, but I don't know. I don't know how much prayer we would be wearing if that's worth getting. I don't think there's anything stronger than this ice spells now count as water spells. Like if we needed to heal up, we could do this. Okay, so let's go into the mage tree and let's go down this one. Whenever your combat spells regenerate fire runes, whenever your combat spells regenerate water runes. So we're going water. Ice spells now count as water. Yeah, so we're going water. Healing with demonic packs overheals you based on 30%. Attack rate with powered staffs is sped up by 3 ticks? Dude, Shadow's a powered staff. Are you telling me you have a 2-tick Shadow? 2-tick Shadow, 1-tick Eye. This is insane. Attack rate with combat spells is sped up by 2 ticks. Yeah, we definitely go this. I mean, this is infinite sustain right here. And then I guess you just pick up the 2-tick Shadow while you're here. This is what I'm thinking. Whenever you regenerate charges from a powered staff or wand, you also regenerate 1 water rune. 1-tick harm. So right here, all combat, all attack rate and spell book. So this is 1-tick powered staffs, 2-tick powered staffs with a 2-tick barrage. 2-tick barrage right here. And we still have 13 more points. So now we have mage and we have two-handed halberd build, melee build. We have infinite healing with mage. Everything can be frozen, so we can freeze it, heal off of it, and then we can chally it or hally it from 7 tiles away, which has a chance to heal you. Yo, Torpid Maker, thank you for the 5-monther. You could grab the other 2 overheals. Where are they at? Whenever you regenerate runes, your magic level is boosted by 1 for 30 ticks. You can only generate up to 10 extra magic levels. Holy. Yo, Big Fish, thank you for the prime. Back to back right there, boys. Back to back subs. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Holy crap. What do we do with our next 13 points? Healing with demonic packs overheals you up to 130% of your base hit point level. We could grab that. Or we could go more into tank. So we have kind of some options here. We can go more into tank, and then we can go for the self-sustain that heals your prayer. Because we will always have a 2-hander equipped. Well, most likely we'll have a 2-hander equipped. So we could go special attacks. Special attacks have a chance not to consume energy is pretty cool. If you self-sustain as tank pointless, I'm kind of thinking if you go into tank build, then you want to go this for sustain. But I don't know how tanky we're going to be because we're not going to have a shield on. We're going to have a 2-hander. So I think we're primarily thinking like big 2-handed damage, freeze the target, move 7 tiles away, attack everything with melee from 7 tiles away while keeping your health high. And then if we are overhealing, water spells bounce back to you, healing you for 60% of the damage. So we're just going to be casting Ice Barrage. Like this is going to be Ice Barrage, Chally, Ice Barrage, Chally on pretty much everything. is what we're looking at doing. And then when we Ice Barrage, when we freeze them, we can heal, and then we could go over healing. But that's the repetition here. Ice Barrage, Chally, and then we have chance to get extra hits with melee. So melee is going to be our big damage. This is going to be we're going to freeze everything. So we want maybe we want to boost our accuracy. Chally spec can't trigger blind bag. Well, you would probably go Scythe. You'd probably go Scythe for autos. Is there any synergy here? While an offhand item is equipped, you gain 5 melee strength. No. We're not going to have an offhand equipped ever. This is all ranged. Okay. I don't think you put any points in range. Am I crazy? Like the build strength here seems like you go it with 2 things. And you just make those 2 things insane. So magic and 2-handed melee right now is what I'm thinking. The echoes, I don't know how strong these echoes are, but it says it's like an extra ranged attack. Ranged echoes can now trigger additional ranged echoes. Huh. I was originally planning on going T-Bow tank. Tank build. But now that we can melee Zuck, I think we're going in a different direction. Because if I did want to go, the thing is you can't go Thorns because you have to have a shield equip for Thorns. You can't go T-Bow Thorns. That would be busted. Because I would go T-Bow Thorns if I could, but you can't. So you'd have to go Crossbow Thorns. I think the crossbow tank Thorns build with infinite sustain could be insane. If you wanted to go that route. You go Crossbow Twisted Buckler. You go like ZCB Twisted Buckler. Would be disgusting. With Thorns, and you go Justicar. Because you have infinite accuracy with crossbows. You get the Wilderness Crossbow. KBD Crossbow. No, you can't use that one. Well, for Thorns, right? You have to have a shield equipped? Let's see. Link me it. If you can wear a shield with that crossbow, then you can go that build. I made a Crystal Blessing, Echo, Bofa, and Crystal Halley build that has 100% accuracy and 90% prayer penetration. Crystal Blessing, Echo, Bofa, and Crystal Halley. I don't know what the Crystal Blessing Echo is. What is this? Like, where's this Wilderness Crossbow? Are you guys talking about the one? No, the Wilderness one is not a crossbow, guys. That's a the Web Weaver. That's a regular bow. Ju3, thank you very much for the 5-monther. This season, strike down the King Black Dragon Echo boss for a new powerful drop. Pack a punch with a double hit that counts as 1 with an Ice Barrage-like effect from a crossbow. King Black Dragon is going to be an Echo boss, and it's going to drop a Echo weapon. Oh, this is what you guys were talking about. Huh. Okay. Well, he doesn't have a shield equipped. I don't know if that's going to work with the it or not. But if you could have a shield equipped with the King Black Dragon and you want to go tank crossbows, then what you want to do is probably go Wilderness. It looks like a 2-hander to me, straight up. But I mean, if you could, then you'd want to go. If you want to go tank Thorns, you'd have to go Wilderness Crossbow, KBD Crossbow, and then you would go into the Thorns tree. But you'd have to have a shield equipped. So then you'd probably want Zaya for the Twisted Buckler. Have you seen all the recent reveals? Shows all Echo weapons and 3 new insane relics. No, I haven't seen that yet. LMGD Wave 62. Let me know when he gets to like 50%. Let me know when he gets to Jad on Zuck. Because like I only want to watch if he's going to get a new PB. At this point, he has to kill Zuck to get a new PB. So we watched his attempt earlier. The other build idea is using the Echo Serb Dagger and going Giga Stabby build. Oh, like a one-handed light weapon build. So these 2 trees, I like how these 2 trees have synergy and these 2 trees have synergy, because if you go one-handed one-handed 1 kg weapon. Then you could go thorns and you can go full defense one-handed build. That could be crazy. And then you can go crossbow one hand. Icefire Serb Dagger burn build. Yeah. That could go crazy. Didn't he get zucked to 85 HP? Yeah, we watched it at the beginning of the stream today. He got zucked to 85 HP. He just took too long on the healers. He took too long to tag them. So if he just tags the healers quicker, he'll have an Inferno Cape on his second time getting to zuck, which is pretty insane. Whenever you max it from 3 tiles away, your next hit from a different style. So this could work. If we wanted to do more damage, chat, hear me out. We're going to be swapping between two-handed weapon and Ice Barrage. And whenever we would Ice Barrage, our next two-handed tick would do more damage if we went here. Whenever you max hit from at least 3 tiles away. Oh, max hit. What the? That's a crossbow synergy right here where you always max hit. No, that's a bad idea. Healing with demonic packs overheals you up to 30% of your base hit point level. So we could go here where we get extra healing. 30% chance to regenerate runes, ammo, and charges. Or we're just trying to overheal all the time. Look at this star-shaped one next to blind bag. Attacks with melee can consume 5 overhealed hit points, increasing your minimum hit on that target attack by 5. So if we are going with an overhealing build, then there's some synergy here with melee attacks. I mean, you probably pick up 50% accuracy with all styles. There isn't anything here like the range tree, which has like crossbows roll accuracy twice. Like there isn't anything here that's giving you infinite accuracy. So maybe the accuracy stuff is going to be valuable. So there's 15% accuracy. Wait, can you get 100% accuracy? Oh. Or it just adds on to whatever your accuracy is. You can get 100% accuracy. Okay, so we have overhealing. Is there any... We have overhealing from here, and melee strength increased by 50%. We have 5 more points left. Wait, attacking with a melee weapon or thorns has a 10% chance to heal you based off the distance between you and the target. Wait, we should pick this up. Now we have a chance to heal ourselves with a melee weapon. Wait, does this stack? Oh, we already had this one. Attacking with a melee weapon or thorn. So now we have this twice. Is this a 20% chance to heal ourselves based on the distance? I don't know if we want that. That would stack, though. That bonus would stack. Special attacks have a 20% chance not to consume energy. That's not bad. We could pick up an additional 15% accuracy right here with 35% accuracy. Okay. Dude, we got to be over 100% accuracy at this point. All attacks have 30% prayer potion. Okay, so this is saying what my current effects are. What's my accuracy right now? I'm at 130, so we don't need this. We're like way too accurate at this point. 95% accuracy in all styles. Are you saying that you want more than 100? You're at 95% now. 100% means you double your standard. Doesn't mean guaranteed hit. Oh, so if you're wearing 200 ranged accuracy, then it would double that. So you'd have 400 range accuracy. Okay. Whatever melee accuracy we're wearing, it's going to go times 1.3. Times 2.3 or something like that. It's going to be a multiplier. That's why crossbow double roll accuracy is so OP. It's like a fang. Yeah, you're basically turning your crossbow into a fang. So the two builds I like the most is this build is freeze Halley build, and then the tank range build. Tank range build with maybe some synergies with one hand for melee. That's what I'm thinking right now. But I want to try this build first. The Chally with the two tick Ice Barrage. 115% accuracy means you roll one 100-sided die. If it lands on 0, you roll a second 15-sided. You would need to hit 0 both times to not hit. Wow. Okay, we should probably be hitting. I have one more point to spend with this build. We could wear a shield when we're Ice Barraging and sneak in some thorns. Whenever your combat spells regenerate water runes, you're healed for 1 per water rune. Oh, you're healed for 1. You're healed for 1 per rune regenerated. Wait, we want to stack. Whenever regenerated charge from powered staff or wand, you also regenerate 1 water rune. Okay. That's from a powered staff, though. Or wand. Like Kodai wand? Okay. Wand is an I. What does that mean? Plan for a 30-point build. They give a task list on how to get these skill points. Eye of Ayak is a wand, so it would generate a water rune. Okay, Eye of Ayak is going to be really strong, and it'll probably be what, like 1 tick? Oh, can't reduce it by 2. So you have a 2-tick Eye, and you have a 2-tick Shadow. Wait a second. What if you went Mage with Thorns, and you're just healing yourself like crazy, and you went Eye as your main one? Cannot reduce by 1 tick. Wait, 1 tick Eye? 1 tick Eye while healing yourself with Thorns. That would be insane. That could be a different build. Okay, I think this is probably the build I would go with right now. DPS calculator. Oh, okay, never mind. Have you looked at the Thorns build? All Thorns and reflected damage would be 20 to 22 damage per hit. It's pretty, that's a lot of damn. Especially if you just went into like Colosseum with a shield. Everything would probably just kill itself while you're just sitting here healing up. Because whenever you take 0 damage, if you go Justicar, you go this talent right here. Whenever you take 0 damage, you're getting healed and restoring prayer points. So full tank build, you could just kill everything by standing there, which would be insane. This is fun, man. This is fun cooking up these builds. Chat, I think this is probably my build for Inferno. Sustain, crazy sustain with water spells. Chance to regenerate runes and ammo, which would heal a lot of healing. You don't have any prayer sustain though. There's nothing that sustains your prayer, so you're gonna have to bring a lot of prayer potions. Attacks have prayer penetration. The blind bag with halberd seems really fun. Look at the air rune tree. All spells deal 7% for each active prayer. Whoa. Air spells. Air spells have a chance to max hit for 1 for every prayer bonus. This is doubled against enemies weak to air spells. Jesus. Okay. Free. Okay. This is crazy. I don't know. I'm like overwhelmed looking at these builds, guys. This is sick. Prayer isn't an issue in leagues with banknotes, so you just have a ton of prayer. Like, I just have a ton of prayer pots. The first air tree. Whenever your combat spells regenerate air runes, you have a 15% chance to restore 1 prayer point per rune regenerated. Whenever you regenerate charges from a powered staff, you'll also regenerate 1 air rune. Okay, so if you're using a powered staff, then you would go here and here, and you have a chance to regenerate prayer. 1 prayer point. No, it's just it's 1 prayer point back when you're using a powered staff. But it doesn't work for barrage. So we would mainly be using ice barrage. We'd be on ancients. We'd probably be on ancients with everything because we don't want anything to come and melee us. And then we're just meleeing a lot. Right? So we're basically going scythe. We're basically going scythe build. Full melee. So full melee damage build. So probably Torva or Oathplate. Torva or Oathplate, which means we would, if we went Torva, we already get Oathplate. We already get Oathplate, right? Or no, because you have to unlock the Yama area. Oathplate is Zaya, and Torva is Asgarnia. Let's see. Let's think about this really fast. So we have the Gecko's League Planner. We would want new build, melee, Zuck. Create. Okay, melee Zuck. Obviously, we have to have Mortania. Well, we don't need Mortania for the scythe. You can do any area. So if we did Zaya, we want every 2-handed weapon possible. Morty is for the Nally. Okay. Corinne Zaya. This gives access. Taranwin is Chally, and then Mortania is Nally. Morty is Noxious Hally, Taranwin is Chally, and then Corinne Zaya is Oathplate, Elder. Zaya, you also get Elder Robes. Zaya gives you Oathplate and Elder Robes. Damn, dude. They actually already coded in the points. Oh my god, this website is goated. This is nasty. Isn't Oathplate free from Yama being default spawn? I don't know how that's going to work. Are we going to even be able to kill Yama in this league? Yama is Zaya not starting. Okay, cool. So where is the list of items? Here it is, right here. Okay, so we would have access to Oathplate. Of course, we would have... Everyone gets access to moons. I'm assuming moon, like just doing moons is going to be the play. You just green log moons. And then you can just do everything in the game from there. What are our two-handed weapons? Weapons, we have access to Elder Maul. We can have an Elder Maul in our bag. We can have a scythe. Why are there so many different Bow of Faradins in here? Recolors? Do all of these count as an individual weapon? A different weapon? Holy shit. So we're going to want every single scythe. Look at all the weapons. It just says Scythe of Vitar here at the bottom. Chat, is Taranwin worth it just for the Chally? What would be better? Asgarnia for what? For Torva? I mean, we're going to be getting Oathplate. We get Oathplate with Zaya and we get Ancestral. God Swords? Oh, God Swords? Prims. Prims doesn't have anything to do with this build, though. We're going melee. We're going to be freezing with Ancients. We're going Ancient Spellbook, freeze, swap to melee, stand 7 tiles away, kill it. You'll want 4 kits. You'll want 2 of each and 6 scythes for drop. 6 scythe drops for blind bag. Uncharged scythes are a unique weapon separate from charged ones as well. Asgarnia gives you max treads. Would you not want Kandarin for the Mage Echoes? What's a Mage Echo? The Echoes is something I don't really know much about yet. We probably have to do more research on that. All right, I'm loving this build right here, though. I think it's what we'll probably do for leagues. Don't let the Kandarin pickers lure you in with their cheap tricks. Right now, Mortania and Zaya have been in every build that I've cooked up. I think Mortania and Zaya are just goated. There is no two-handed weapon or anything like that, or anything great from TOA. From Nick, I'm not sure. Wilderness, I'm not sure about. It's either Asgarnia. It's either this, guys. It's either Asgarnia or Taranwin. And Taranwin would primarily be for the Crystal Halberd. You can get Scythe on any raid in leagues. This is for the Nox Halley. So this is for Nox Halley. This would be for Chally. And then I'm not sure how big that blind bag thing is going to be, though. If we just do Mortania, we could just do Scythe in the bag and not worry about anything else. And if we go Asgarnia, we could get a bunch of God Swords. Taranwin is for point cappers and dragon rushers, not for fun. We're trying to stack two-handed weapons, yeah. You'd get the Crystal Blessing for the melee build. What is the Crystal Blessing? Is there anything that goes over the Echo weapons yet? Taranwin plus Thieving solves 3 skills for 50 million. Asgardia is kind of bad for points, plus lots of PVM. Last year, the Crystal Blessing made Crystal Armor with melee. It wouldn't matter for you. Okay. We could also ZGS spec into 7-tile Halleys. That is true. We could freeze with the ZGSer. But, I mean, our attacks are going to be hella accurate. So we'll be ancient. We'll be ice freezing everything. All the Echo items are being shown tomorrow. Got you. Okay, so we'll know a little bit more about that tomorrow then. Yo, what a banger, man. This is so sick. You able to save these builds? I'm going to save this build over here. This is Ice Barrage Halley. All right, we have the Ice Barrage Halley build. And that way we can pull it up anytime. And then the other build, and then we could put like a link to this maybe. I could do add com or edit com. Melee Zuck build. Okay, edit com. All right, there you go. You guys can see my Melee Zuck build for now that I cooked up.